after the Todd Akin debacle, a person by the name of Shauna Prewitt, who is a lawyer, wrote this blog for CNN.com. And in the blog, she talks about her own personal experience with rape. After she was raped, she did become pregnant, and she decided to have the baby, and she had a little girl that she loves and is happy with her decision. But even though she made that decision, she has to deal with consequences that people don't really think about. And that consequence is that the father of the child wants to have custody of it.
You know, I honestly, I didn't think of that at all. And I was blown away by this article and by the concept. So, you know, as she points out in her article, 31 US states allow men who father through rape to get custody and visitation rights to their children. Oof. Can you imagine? And then she went on to explain that this puts an extra conundrum on the women, because then those guys have leverage.
Yep.
And they get into a situation where they say, well, you could testify against me, but then I would want visitation rights. Or maybe I drop the visitation rights request if you don't testify. Oh, how disastrous is that? I mean, under what logic could these states possibly give visitation rights to the fathers who got the kids through rape? I mean, you want to talk about a bad parent? My God, if you drink the wrong way, you do anything slightly wrong, now they take your kids away. You're telling me, I mean, I know that's an exaggeration, but you know what's really bad? If your father was a rapist and raped your mom, okay? So this is nuts. And nonetheless, the Republicans say, no, it's okay, have the rapist kid. Look, apparently 30% of women choose to have the kid anyway, which I'm blown away by. I can't believe that.
That is an incredible statistic. Two different studies indicate that 30% of women decide to have the baby even if they were raped.
But that is their choice. It's not my choice. They want to make that. I understand that, right? But for the Republicans, they think, no, we don't want you to have that choice. The Personhood Amendment, for example, and another 2009 act that, by the way, Paul Ryan and Akin co-sponsored, would say that even in the case of rape and incest. In fact, the GOP platform that they just passed 2 days ago says even in the case of rape and incest, it doesn't matter. You must have the kid. That 2009 act makes it criminal if you have an abortion, even if you are raped. Mm-hmm. So then get a load of this. You get raped, you have to have the rapist kid, and then if you don't, they put you in prison. But if you do have the kid, then you're tethered to the rapist for 18 years. You got to see him over and over again as he has visitation rights in 31 different states for your kid. It's mind-boggling. How could anybody vote for these people?
I know. Look, as I read this story of hers and as she, laid out the facts, I tried to ask why this happens. Like, why is it that we have these laws that protect the rapists as opposed to those who have been raped, right? Like, why would you give these men visitation rights? And I think that it goes to the argument that a lot of, hateful people like Todd Akin say about legitimate rape. Maybe these guys out there think, well, we don't know if she was legitimately raped, so why are we going to take this man's child away from him?
Bingo. And it's about perspective, too. Mm-hmm. They always look at it from a male perspective. And they think, oh, man, I wouldn't want my child taken away. And look, there's date rape, there's marital rape. Dr. Mm-hmm. Wilkie, the guy who they quote all the time, where they got these crazy rape ideas and abortion ideas from the first place. Well, he says, obviously, marital rape doesn't count. He says it in his book, right? So, and what they always say, and what they say in regard to Roe versus Wade too, and Huckabee talked about it when he had Akin on his program just the other day, mm-hmm. saying that, these women, they often lie. And so they could be lying, and then you take away the poor father's visitation rights. No, but look, this is not a thing, it'd be proven in a court of law. You don't just say, oh yeah, I think that guy did something wrong, I don't want to give him visitation rights. No, it's proven in a court of law, a jury of your peers, a judge, et cetera, et cetera. But it's because they don't care, Anna. They don't care.
They don't care. And also, you have to keep in mind, first of all, a lot of rape is unreported in the U.S. And I know why it's unreported. It's because it's tremendously difficult to prove that you've been raped. Okay? Because, of course, that man has to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's difficult when it's a game of he said, she said. So even if she said no, even if there was a a physical altercation where she tried to push him off. How do you prove that? That's a very difficult thing to prove. So these guys get to continue making these ridiculous arguments about legitimate rape, and then at the same time, women will get raped and guys get away with it because they know they can get away with it.
Look, 77% of the country thinks that abortion should be legal, right? Some believe that it should be legal under all circumstances. A great majority think that it should be legal under most circumstances. And even Anna says beyond 20 weeks you think that it should not be legal. Now most people think it's beyond 24 weeks, et cetera. But you can have those arguments.
Right.
But 77% of us agree that it should not be illegal
Right.
in all circumstances. Only 17% say illegal under all circumstances.
Yeah.
But those guys are somehow in charge. Now look, I want to show you a chart here, graphic 5. These are the laws that were passed to restrict abortion rights since 1995. They have added up to 713 different laws passed almost all by Republicans to take away your rights in all the different states since 1995. And you see a big jump too in 2010. That's when even the more radical right-wing Republicans take over. So it's not a theory. It's happening all across the country. They're taking away your rights. And a lot of times you don't realize it until you run into a situation like this woman did who wrote for CNN, and then you can't believe they would do that to you.
Yep.
But they would, and they are, and they're doing it all over the country.